Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Super ending. I know I'm a little late to this topic, but it usually I'm late with a lot of stuff on this channel. So hey, that's perfectly fitting to the channel. So Dragon Ball Super is coming to an end in March, I believe. What do I think about it? Disappointed. A lot of people hate Super. I don't. I like Dragon Ball. I like anything Dragon Ball. If we can get more Dragon Ball, then it's always a good deal, you know? If we get more Dragon Ball, we have more fun, more fights. The problem a lot of people had with Dragon Ball Super was primarily animation during the earlier stages of the anime. If you guys recall, the first 3 episodes where Goku was in Super Saiyan 3 form fighting Lord Beerus on King Kai's planet, a little small planet. If you remember, the animation for that was really, really wonky, and there was a really funny parody actually of someone redoing the Dragon Ball Super intro #1 with a bad animation parody theme to it, and it was freaking beautiful. If you guys want to go look at that, just go type in Dragon Ball Super opening parody, and it should pop up. It has a badly drawn Goku in Super Saiyan 3 form and Super Saiyan 2 form in the openings. But yeah, back to what I was saying about the animation and stuff and the art style. A lot of people didn't like the earlier art styles of Dragon Ball Super. I didn't either. I think it looked pretty crap. It didn't look right. It didn't feel like Dragon Ball, and it just wasn't Dragon Ball for the first couple episodes and the earlier episodes. Well, it wasn't just a couple episodes. It wasn't Dragon Ball for a lot of episodes. They needed to up their game. I think the problem is that it was a different animation studio that we were usually accustomed to. I think they were getting newbies to work on this one, and that's why we would see rushed and poorly drawn animation scenes. And, well, you know, that's what happens when you get the new guys and they're on a time constraint and they're not experienced. We get the Dragon Ball Super early episodes. The animation, yeah, it kind of made it hard to watch, but I still watched it nonetheless. I didn't... Now, I want to correct something. I didn't start watching Dragon Ball Super from episode 1. I started around when Beerus and Champa were doing that friendly tournament match. Like right before that, I started watching it. So I wasn't there since the very beginning, but I've been through a good substantial amount of Dragon Ball Super. And plus, the part I did miss was just Goku fighting Beerus, right? And I've already saw the movie, so I didn't really miss much, right? And yeah, that's where I started off with Dragon Ball Super. They did the friendly fight between Universe 6, I think. Don't quote me on that, because there's a lot of freaking universes now, and I can't keep track of them. Between Universe 6 and Universe 7. I know Goku's universe is Universe 7. I know that much, okay? They were having that little friendly fight. They introduced Hit, which I think was pretty cool. The time skip user, time freezing and stuff. He would play everybody. He'd take you for a ride if you weren't fast or strong enough to take him on. It was a pretty cool character to see. Not the first time we saw a time changing character, or like a Hit-esque type character, or like time skip character. If you remember back in the original Dragon Ball Z, one of the Ginyu Force, he was a pudgy short green guy, I think, or purple. All these alien races, man, they all have a generic color palette, so forgive me for not remembering exactly what color they are. There was a Ginyu guy that had the same ability that Hit did. He could like freeze time and stuff, so it's not the first time we've seen this concept being used, but it was still pretty cool to see again, because now the character didn't look like a complete, goofy ass dome ball. He looked kind of badass. Hit looks like he's got body armor on 24/7 with that trench coat he's got on. I liked Hit. Pretty cool. I thought it was going to be more powerful though, but I guess the time skip is really his main technique, and that's really what separates him apart from the others. Forms, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God. It's you either love it or hate it. What I don't like about Super Saiyan Blue is that sometimes, I think this is the problem with Dragon Ball in general. Their newest and best form is only their newest and best form for like 30 episodes, and then the newest, biggest, badass form appears a couple episodes later after like the 30th episode. The power scaling on Dragon Ball Super is kind of weird and janky. When Goku is going up against, in the Tournament of Power, against the Broly ripoff, the female Broly, he was in Super Saiyan Blue form, and he got stomped on, which was surprising. Now, I'm just going to contribute it to the fact that Goku was saving his energy, and he didn't really try at that point because he was saving it for Jiren, so I'm just going to leave it at that instead of trying to go through a very detailed Dragon Ball power levels video, because if I do that, I'm going to be here for hours and hours, and it's going to be even worse than trying to figure out the Legend of Zelda timeline, because that's confusing as fuck too. But yeah, power scaling was an issue, I think, in my opinion, with the Super Saiyan Blue and the Super Saiyan God, and then Super Saiyan God's supposed to be more powerful, but Super Saiyan Blue is weaker, but it doesn't waste as much energy, or just fucking inconsistencies and shit that you have to look into way too much that it doesn't really explain. That was a problem for me. Maybe I should read the manga. Maybe I'll get more details that I don't know there. I think the Zamasu arc was pretty bullshit at the end, though. How, oh yeah, and be warned, spoilers ahead if you haven't figured that out right now. I think the Zamasu arc was a good arc. I like the Goku Black. Reminds me of the original Evil Goku. I think his name was Turles or something, from the Tree of Might or Tree of Life OVA they did, the movie. I like the idea. Did not like how it ended, because in the very end, yeah, believe it or not, Zamasu won. He won at the very end. What ends up happening is Zamasu gets quote-unquote defeated by Trunks' spirit sword bomb, or as I like to call it, having a little bit of an issue talking, or as I like to call it, his Shining Finger sword. That's a G Gundam reference for you OGs, if you know what I'm talking about. If you do, good job. So they quote-unquote kill Zamasu, but this motherfucker, what he ends up doing is he ends up becoming the universe itself, and Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks at this point are exhausted energy-wise. There's no more sensu beans, and they try to shoot the sky because Zamasu is literally everywhere now, and they can't do anything because he's the universe. Goku has the bright idea of calling Zeno, the little childish god, to erase Zamasu, and that's what they do. But in doing that, Zeno pretty much destroys Trunks' universe, future Trunks' universe entirely in his world. Everyone he knows is gone and dead. So yeah, at the very end, Zamasu did get his wish. He did kill everybody, and they couldn't stop him. That was my big beef with that. But overall, I think it was a really good villain. I liked him. I think the whole "I'm above you mortals" shtick was done well. I like that. He was an evil guy. He would kill innocent people. He did not have no remorse for no one at all. He killed Bulma, for freak's sake. He killed Bulma. That's a pretty big thing to do. And rip Bulma's voice actor. She has passed away. Not recently though. It was last year, but still, it was a very sad thing to hear. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Hiromi Tsuru, I think. That's how you pronounce her name. Sorry if I butcher it, but yeah, rest in peace. Great VA. Voice of Bulma for many years, and going to be very hard to fill her shoes now that she's gone. But I wish the best to the newest VA, whoever they choose for that. So yeah. But yeah, Zamasu, I like that part. Tournament of Power is really hype, I think. I really like when they went up against Jiren and stuff with the... I don't like the Pride Troopers per se. I think they're a little bit obnoxious. They don't... And speaking of obnoxious and people I don't like, the pink Teletubby transforming Sailor Moon ripoff fighter, I'm surprised she stayed in the fight as long as she did. So annoying. So annoying. Love must triumph. Okay, Jesus. They really should have cut her out earlier than they did. I think she stayed on for a little bit too long. No, not a little bit. She stayed too long in the Tournament of Power. But yeah, when they got erased, I felt a little bad, but hey, I felt more happier than bad. Also, when Gowazu got destroyed, come on, man, he was my favorite Kami tuber, my favorite God tuber, man. It was just a shame to see Gowazu go out like that. He's such a cool guy. He can't catch a break. His pupil was Zamasu. He destroys everything. So then Gowazu's like, oh well, I guess I fucked up, and now his universe gets destroyed, and well, that sucks. Felt bad for that too. Felt bad when Champa's universe went down as well. I was pretty sad too. The Tournament of Power is going to be the last arc from what everyone's speculating and what we know. I think how it's going to end is there's going to be a cliffhanger because they are working on a movie right now for Dragon Ball Super. That's probably also why they're stopping production of the anime so they can work on the movie, which is fine in my opinion. So in reality, Dragon Ball Super is ending, but we're still going to get more content later on down the road. I think they're going to end it on a cliffhanger. Either Goku and Vegeta don't beat Jiren, or they do, or something with Toppo happens. But more than likely, I think something with Jiren is going to go down, or they're going to fight somebody else. Now, where can you go beyond Jiren in terms of villains and rivals? I have no freaking idea. Jiren's already OP as it is. Maybe they're going to take on the Grand Priest, because the Grand Priest has always seemed kind of fishy to me. He never, he rubs me the wrong way. Seems kind of evil. Another arc I would love for them to explore was the Planet Saddle arc. One of the, I think, Universe 6 Saiyans from Champa's universe, Planet Saddle, is where all the Saiyans live, and Vegeta was showing interest in going there during their friendly match between Universe 6 and 7. Champa's universe and Beerus' universe. I keep saying Champa's universe because I don't know for sure if that's Universe 6, so if I'm wrong, excuse me, you can berate me in the comments down below. So yeah, I would love to see what they could do with that Saiyan planet arc. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, overall, sad. The tournament power has been really great. The animation really stepped up too when the tournament of power started. I really like the new way they were doing things. The characters don't look as papery and plasticky anymore. They look like Dragon Ball characters. They seem a lot more well defined, more muscular, more buff, and the sound effects sound a lot better too. Like there's actual impacts now. I think that's what Dragon Ball was missing, more weight to their punches. You didn't see that in the earlier episodes. Sad. Hopefully they bring it back. Well, they are bringing it back, the movie that's coming out. We don't know what it's going to be yet. We don't know what it's going to be about, though. Hopefully it's going to be something about hopefully it'll be revolving around the Grand Priest, going evil maybe, or Jiren. Who knows? But yeah, Dragon Ball Super's ending. Can't wait for the conclusion of the Tournament of Power, because that's going to be a cliffhanger for sure, no doubt about it. And yeah, overall, it's been a rocky start, but I think it kind of redeemed itself in the long run. Especially with the Tournament of Power. It started with Zamasu arc. That's where they started getting a little bit more traction, and I think they redeemed themselves with the Tournament of Power. There was a lot of hype for the Ultra Instinct form and stuff, which I'm also pretty interested in. We still don't know much about it as of right now. Goku has not mastered it yet, but who knows? Maybe he'll be going full UI against Jiren, and it'll be like a one-on-one macho fight, and it's gonna be epic as hell. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think about Dragon Ball Super ending? Let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, there's not much else to say. Enjoy your weekend or day, and yeah, have a nice one.